to the stage. Hello, hello. Check, check. Check, check, check. Ah, there it is. All right. Check, check. All right. Okay, so first things first. Why can't I hear myself? Which is interesting, but that's fine. So your boy is exhausted. Before I start, I'm gonna work on a piece for Forbidden. I did some thumbnails for Desert Raw. But before I start, my name is Samuel. If you're watching this for the first time ever, I'm an artist, indie comic creator. I'm a podcaster. And let me see, I can get the damage going. And today I'm at a Comic Con, so I just got back to my hotel room. I'm using a small tablet to work on this piece. I realized I didn't bring my easel. It is what it is, but I'm going to work on. Oh, cool! That worked. That. So I'm going to work on this piece. I bought my tuning board. I bought all my devices, but nothing's working because I just got to the hotel about 25 minutes ago. And Lou Hans is probably going to join me. She's having technical difficulties. So when she's ready, she'll join. I'm going to put some background music. Let's see. Hopefully you can hear that. Yeah, okay, good. So I'm going to lower that a little bit. So normally when anyway, so I got up before the morning this morning. I had to go to work for a big meeting, and then I hit the road, and I drove to hey, what's up, Orioles? Yeah, I know everything is bad. I'm working off of my laptop. Sorry about that. I don't have all my texting gizmos and gadgets. So anyway, I got up before in the morning, had to go to a big meeting this morning at work, presented at the meeting, and then I left there and I hit the road and head to College Station for the Comic Con. And I got there at 2 o'clock. I left work at 10:45. I got to College Station at 2 o'clock. It took me 3 hours to 3 hours and 20 minutes at my booth. And then I had to run to AGB, some grub, and then run to the hotel, so I set everything up. So I'm coming in messed up. Hey, what's up, dude?
Hey, I don't know if I can hear you very well or whether it's my connection, but
well, I can hear you.
I can't really hear you very well. It's like you breaking up. Am I breaking up?
Do you have a screen you want me to share?
Hold on. I'm not sure if you can hear me at all, so I'm just going to go out and try and come back in.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, so as you can see, technical difficulties. The mic here. I'm gonna try not to talk because. Oh wait, I do have some gadgets. Let's see if I can get up. I'm trying to hook something up. Give me a second. I'm going to mute my mic from time to time, so we'll just give those background noises. Lou, let's see if I can hear you.
Hey. Yeah, I've got a headset in, so hopefully it's not echoing. You sound way better now. I couldn't hear anything before, apart from like you were just breaking up. Yeah, I've got a headset in, so hopefully it's not echoing. You sound way better now. I couldn't hear anything before, apart from like you were just breaking up.
Okay, you're coming in perfect. Let me know when you want me to share a screen.
Okay, give me a moment, because I've got it looks like it decided to take off the share screen thing, because I've got the iPad connected up so you can just see the iPad for the drawing. And now it's decided it's not showing it when I'm going to share the screen.
Sure.
Oh, come on. Oh, wait, well, it's there. But it's not letting me share it on the StreamYard. As typical, I had everything set up yesterday and it was working, and then I had to put everything away because I have a new kitten, and the kitten likes to get into everything, and now I've set it back up. It doesn't want to do what it was doing yesterday.
All good. It's I just got to the room a little while ago and I realized I only have a few ports and I don't have my adapter. Let me know when you.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get this to hook up to the Yeah, I'm still trying to get it to hook up to the, well, to actually show the screen.
I'm trying to lower my phone. because I'm listening to you from my phone because for some reason it's not coming through on my speakers. Yeah, while you're setting that up, I have a really big space at over here at the. I gotta work on my pencil thickness. Hold on. At this at College Station, it's a really big. I have about 12 foot by 10 foot booth. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm having difficulty hearing you again. I'm wondering if it's my connection, just not so good. I've got about 3 different options to connect to the internet, and this one doesn't seem to be very good. Oh, hold on. Looks like it's allowing me to get this now. Hold on. I can hear you better now, yeah.
Okay.
And also it's letting me
I see the screen. Hold on.
Oh, where did you go?
For some reason, I'm having a difficult time pulling your screen on. It says I have to, so maybe I'm gonna try to remove you and then put your screen. I'm just gonna see something. Hold on. All right, so here's what the deal. It's not letting me present your screen with mine.
Oh, let me see if I
Anyway,
can, I don't know if I can do anything different.
It's not. It's saying I have to remove my media to present your media.
Oh, okay.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, so it's, I'm wondering if it's something I can do at this end with how I kind of join the actual show, whether I just put my shared screen.
Is there any way? Are you able to? Yeah, I think that, yeah. Try that. Or
Let me
you
go out and
log
come back
on,
in.
or go on from your iPad.
I've not done it from the iPad before. I don't think it likes to do that, but I think we tried that the first time around, and I couldn't do that.
Okay. All right. Well, we wait for Lou. Yeah, I think you did. You turned around your. You turned your. Yeah. I don't know. The connection's bad. Is she back on? Hmm. Anyway. While we're waiting, let's see. Did she solve it? Let's see. Nope. She's here. She's gone. She's back down. So, I'm hoping that the convention is going to be a great one. I see. She's coming back on.
No, it's just given options for the camera. That's it. It doesn't allow the share
If I hide,
on the iPad. And I've done this before when I was doing the draw stream with the Madness, and I was able to do the shared screen on that, but I don't know how they did it. I don't know how they were bringing me onto that, but they would do.
Is your iPad able to share at all?
It can share to my laptop, but I can't do it on the iPad itself. Won't share its screen on StreamYard. There's no option.
Right. Yeah, I don't know how to do a split screen with you. Oh, she's gone now. All right. Oh. I guess that's how the day's going. So anyway, normally when I'm working on these pieces. It takes me a couple days to get the idea, because what I want to do is I want to have her on a battleground. I want that stick is going to be a skull head on a spike. I'll probably have some fire in the background, maybe some like monsters in the background coming from here. Yeah, like, and some flames and stuff. So it takes me a while just to get past the thumbnail stage, just getting the. So once I have this phase down, then I'll start doing clean lines, and then I'll start inking it. So this will probably be part 1 of 3 sessions for this piece, and hopefully this piece becomes a print for the Kickstarter. Oh, there she goes. Let's see. Anything yet?
No, I've gone back onto the laptop. I think what would probably have to happen is it would probably be you'll have to select maybe a different kind of split screen option at your end, possibly.
Yeah, I'm trying to do. Well, I can get. Let's see. I don't know how. Yeah, I'm not that skilled. Let's see. How do I? See, when it says add to stage, so if for me to add it, I think your log is for me to add your screen to stage. I have to remove you.
Yeah, well, if you remove me, put the screen up instead.
No,
you don't need to
it
see
won't let
me.
No, I would have to remove my piece to add your piece. So let me see if I can change this. Hold on. Add present. Extra camera. I don't know if anybody's out there technical in the chats. You know how to do this? Let me know. Oh wait, here we go. Let's see. All right. Ah. Beautiful. All right. Now we're cooking with grease.
Did you work something out?
I'm working on something right now.
Okay.
Now let's see. All right. Yeah, I got your. I have your camera on your tablet, which is good. Perfect.
Yeah, I just moved that over for now. If we couldn't work anything else out, I can try and maybe do it that way.
All right. So, how's your day going? All right.
It's good. I've just been deciding what time to take animals out because I've got my dog and got to try and work out when to walk her these days with the Texas heat still being ridiculous. So we're probably going to go out tonight when it's dark, so that'll be fun. But other than that, I've been kind of been hiding away from the heat, really. I've had enough of it. This summer's been brutal.
Oh, nice. You and me both. You and me both. Oh, I just spilled. I didn't realize I had a cap on. I just spilled my drink all over my shirt.
So how was College Station? You said you went to set everything up today.
All right. So yeah, it is pretty hot. I'm about done with the heat as well. It was beautiful. I mean, they gave me a great space. I'm right by one of the main entrances, which is good. You know, it's I have a great size booth. They gave me an 8-foot table, and I added my extra 2-foot table, so I got a lot going on. I'll put some of this in case anybody's in the chat. So that's pretty cool.
So I'm not sure if we're going to end up like talking over each other at all, but I'm not sure if there's a bit of a delay because when I ask you something, I can still hear me asking the question for like quite some time.
Yeah, I think there's a delay. Because I can't hear you on my computer. I'm using my cell phone to hear you, and I don't know why it's not coming out on my speakers.
It's kind of weird as well. I feel like I can hear someone talking in the background who isn't even in the like actual live.
Check, check. Yeah, it's it must be me. I'm the delay. Sorry, guys. This is what happens when you're trying to draw on the road, and I don't have all my gear and my technology with me.
Well, let me kind of point out anyway what I'm doing here because I haven't even said, have I? I just turned up and started doing this drawing here. So I didn't really have a lot of time to decide on what to do with it being forbidden. And now I'm honestly not as familiar with forbidden than I am with like drawing duty and things like that. So I was like, okay, it's a warrior kind of theme, uh, hot chick warrior women. I'm like, I can do that. So I did a couple of sketches, but I ended up wanting to do something kind of like in the like kind of a homage to Julie Bell because I absolutely love her stuff, and this is one of my favorite books. If I can actually get it, hold on, which way is it going? Well, wait a minute. Oh, that's weird. I'm at. There we go. So this one was what I kind of decided to go with. And I decided to do one of the costumes from one of your characters in that pose.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
Let me see if I can get a better setup for this.
It was good.
So yeah, I kind of have another way of like doing these images now when I'm working real
Yeah,
quick.
it's I'm drinking a Jack Daniel's Down Home Punch. Uh, Trying to wind down. You know, been up since 4 in the morning. Um,
I can't remember the last time I had alcohol. Um, I don't tend to drink a lot these days. I've never really had much luck when it comes to drinking and my eye condition. It's one of those like weird things where it actually impacts my vision. And not in like the fun way of just being drunk. It actually causes like a glaucoma attack on occasion. It's kind of like gambling. So I don't drink much anymore. Um, Now and again, but it's just not something I'm really wanting to do and risk my vision anymore.
You know, it's funny that you say that because I started getting more vision problems the more I drank. Um, and I sound like I'm a lush, but I realized that my eyes get blurry the next day when I drink the day before. There might be something to that. I'm using Clip Studio, and you're using what?
I'm doing Procreate. Yeah, Procreate's pretty good. It's got all the options for layers and things, and I can even make my own brushes and have a bit of fun with that. Um, the brush things, I always have like
Yeah, that's right.
I always have a good laugh with making brushes. Let me see. I'll show you some. Like sometimes I'll just call them like my cheat brushes. If I want to do like multiple lines and stuff. I don't know if that will show up, but let's make another. Actually, let's just drop that.
Yeah.
Make it bigger. You can get some like kind of cool effects. I don't know if that's showing up as well. But you can see like multiple lines, almost like pinstripe. I made that brush so I could do that for Ozzy Osbourne's clothes in that Ozzy piece that I did. So I made that brush.
I think I'm the only one who hasn't gotten on board with it.
I have this one that is like buildings. I make a building and then I can just stamp it on.
Yeah.
So you can make like a city scene.
Oh, sweet.
This one's pretty cool. It's a moon. So you just stamp a moon in if you wanted to. So I'll make these for when I just want to do sketches, like quick stuff.
Yeah, one day I'll join the bandwagon and start using Procreate.
So I want to do, yeah, you should just have a go at it. Give it a bit of time, because I know you get a bit frustrated here and there with new things, but just give it a go. It's definitely worth it. So like quick stuff like that, but it's all done with brushes that I've made.
You ever thought of doing audiobooks?
Who, me? Audiobooks. I don't know who would want to listen to me drone on, honestly.
That's sweet. Yeah, I haven't gotten that far with making my own brushes. I actually just buy brush packs. You have a great... You have a good voice for audiobooks.
Well, regarding the audio stuff, I never think that I would do anything like that. I sometimes think it would be quite funny. I do tend to like to do an odd impression here and there. I actually do a few singing impressions is quite funny, which I'm not going to do on here, but I've been known to pull pull an impression of Cher. Sorry, I'm laughing because it's so ridiculous. I can hear it in my head. It's ridiculous. But my fiance Christopher, he does voice acting, so I'm just like, I'll just leave all the audio stuff up to him. He can do all that.
Oh, that's awesome. Sing it, Lou.
I'm just thinking about it. Oh my Lord, Jesus. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about it now. I couldn't do it for laughing if I tried. Maybe I'll just bust out with Shad.
You should do a little
In a random moment.
on the 600 episode. Tuesday. There you go.
Oh, it's not even regular. Oh, I gotta stop thinking about it. Oh, tell me something serious. Make me think of something serious and not me singing like Cher because it's ridiculous. Oh, don't even get me started when I do an impression of Axl Rose. Oh, shit. Oh, back to drawing. Oh man, someone tell me something serious, please.
Oh man. Now you're teasing.
Oh my god. Oh, oh, oh. Right, I'm gonna walk away for like a minute. And I'm gonna just go. Sorry. I'll be back. I'll be back. I promise. Give me a minute. Oh, the glasses are down. Oh, okay. Oh my god. Okay.
That's what I want. Gotta get a flowing cape. That's what I want.
Okay, meanwhile, back at the ranch. Ooh. All right.
But her hair is in
Okay.
here, so the flowing cape
Okay,
is
I'm back.
behind.
Okay, so I think I've got that out of my system. So let's hear some more about Forbidden. Because I'm kind of a newbie, like I mentioned earlier. So, God, I'm exhausted from not laughing. Okay, so it would like just give me a bit of a like rundown on Forbidden, and is this because I know this is something that you had been doing way back. So, kind of, I don't know, bring us up to speed. At least bring me up to speed. Let me know what the plans are for the future, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, so Forbidden I created 25 years ago. I wrote the story, and basically, I'm a big fan of Conan. I'm a big fan of fantasy, and just one day, I was thinking about this story, and basically I created a situation where I wanted a family drama where the main character Sin, whose real name is Starticus, he earns the name Sin because he commits the ultimate sin against the family. So when I wrote the story, it was about a race of people called the Nocturnals. A bunch of hunters went in a forbidden forest. The creepers that were on. See, this is what happens when I'm tired. All right, so there's a demonic group of creepers that roam that forest. So they wanted those hunters back, and the villagers did not want to give the hunters back. So By morning, there was a curse cast upon them by their leader called Nokron. And their skin started burning from the sun. They went underground. A lot of them have died, and only a few survived, went underground, never to be seen again. Fast forward centuries later, the world evolved. Nokron's evolved into a billionaire mogul named David Hunter, whose goal is to rule the world. And they still are primitive, living underground. And it starts off with the son challenging his dad, Lord Vox, saying, "Dad, how do you know this curse still exists? We've been down here for ages." So the father locks his son up until he gets these thoughts out of his head. His son, with the aid of his love interest, commits the ultimate sin against the family, spills blood, and heads to the surface. And now legend has it that the son of Vox is the key to Nokron's destruction, David Hunter's destruction. So they get wind of the rise of the son of Vox, and it starts the hunt for sin, and a whole series of events kick in from that point on.
Okay, so is this something that we're doing, that you're going to continue with another like graphic novel collection? Are you going to start an actual series, or is this just something like an anniversary thing that you just wanted to put it all together and get that story out again? Because like I said, I hadn't known of this. I was only familiar with your the crazy stuff and the obvious alien. There's an alien in my toilet, duty from Uranus. Sorry, I love it. So many jokes and so little time. But sorry, back to the seriousness of Forbidden. Is that something you just do in the collection of for an anniversary, or are you planning on going forward with more stories to that? Because it does sound interesting, and the reviews look good on it as well that I read on Kickstarter.
It's okay. Thank you. No, it's actually completed. It has the potential to go on, but it's completed. The story is 160 pages from start to end. It leaves you at the end wondering what happens next. So it leaves the door open if there is a demand for it down the road. But my goal is just to release the graphic novel, all the behind the scenes stuff. Fantastic artwork done by Anibal Arroyo. Fantastic artwork done by Prime Santra. George did amazing lettering on it, and it's just so there's a lot of pages that no one's seen before that Anibal has done that's going to be in the book. There's some sketches and director's cut notes and sample scripts and character bios and that kind of stuff, which it's just about 40 pages of extra on top of the 160 pages. So it's a start to finish project.
Nice. So when you decided to do that, was this something that you all, like everyone who was involved, because Anibal did obviously a lot of the work in that as well, and I've seen his artwork online, just checked in, because he's done a lot of other projects as well. And of course we got George the Dreamer Medina, who's always just like lettering every single indie comic that I seem to be aware of, which is awesome. But did you all decide this together, or was it one person in particular was like, hey, we should maybe like get this back out there again?
The goal was to always get it out because I launched issue 0 and issue 1 on Kickstarter successfully, and I never completed the run because I went straight on to Cast of Crazies and Duty, and so after I needed to get it out of my system because I get a lot of requests for people who's picked up the previous issues. When are we gonna get the final product? And I just never did it. And so I just decided, hey, let's get it done, let's get it going, and also let's get it into stores. So right after this Kickstarter, the goal is to starting January that it starts hitting the stores.
So I suppose the next thing that kind of has me interested to ask, because it's so different from what everyone knows of Duty. You've been drawing this little green alien, and honestly, when I saw that, it was like, and I started doing artwork, like fan art and things like that of Duty. I had the best time drawing him because normally I was like drawing like pinups and things like that, and I was looking to do something different. But with it being so different, but it's still kind of like your baby that you're working on. So obviously you're familiar with it. But is it difficult for you to just kind of switch from doing Duty to just start doing like the pinup style thing with female warriors?
Yeah, it is difficult. It takes me a lot longer. It takes me Duty. I can do start to. I can do an entire page of "There's Nail in My Toilet" from start to finish in a day. To do a 5x7 print pinup of Desiree or Arius, it takes me 3 days. It takes me 3 days just to get the look right, then get the right line weight with the inks right. The coloring part, it's a whole different approach than Duty. Duty's very simplistic. Um, so because of the guys that worked on it, I feel like I have to hold it down on my end because I created it to represent it in a good way. So I will take 3 days, just start to finish. Even like now, I keep going back. If I zoom in, I zoom out, I zoom in, I zoom out. I'm just trying to make sure that I like the look before I start doing the inks. You know,
So who was responsible for the main like designing of the characters? Was it you? Was it one of the like was it um like just descriptions that you came up with and then everyone maybe like took a character and designed it? Who's the main person who designed the look?
me. So I when I met Anibal, I gave him everything. So I gave him the character designs, I gave him the bios, I gave him the scripts. He had everything. And what he did was he took it and he made it Anibal. Like because at that time, um, I was not confident in my ability to draw fantasy. So I met Anibal and I fell in love with his art style. And then when he started showing me his renditions of my characters, it was just like it was meant to be, because he just you saw the love in his artwork and how he complimented the characters.
So he just basically was able to just pick up the vibe that you had. He was like, well, it sounded like he was well connected with everything that you envisioned for it as well. So you were able to work well together because I think that's a difficult thing to do when you have to just kind of start blending your work well with another artist because I think, with artist styles can potentially be so different. You have a different vision for what you want to see. I think it's difficult to find someone that you can work with so easily and well.
Yeah. Yeah, it was interesting because I felt like I've known him my whole life, and I trusted him. So even like when I gave him a script and I spelled out the scene, the camera angle, whether it's a worm's eye view, bird's eye view, landscape, he was able to take it and provide it, and many times. And there's like this is one scene that sticks out to me the most. It was where Desiree's confronting her dad, Lord Vox, and I envisioned it one way, but then he drew it another way, and I was like, man, that's perfect. So we trusted each other. I trusted him 100%.
So it's almost like he was almost getting inspiration, like you were inspiring each other to keep that going.
Oh, tell Lou
So
about
yeah,
Crazy Comics.
George had a couple of things. Yeah, tell me about Crazy
It's funny
Comics.
because I hear myself.
And also, yes, George, I will interview you anytime.
Yeah. And so Crazy Comics was my. I was in the music industry, and we had a production company called Crazy Skills Productions. And at that time, I was young, and I was aspirational, and I wanted to take over the world. So I wanted a different divisions of Crazy. So Crazy Comics was one of those divisions, and I wanted to create Crazy Comics. And I met George at the School of Visual Arts at a life drawing class, and we hit it off. And I told him about what I was doing, and he had a comic called Rush 5377, and I was self publishing. And that's how it all started. So started with me and George, and then Jonathan, and then a few other guys. There's a Robert Garrett, Robert Nunez, John Gandolfo, Terry was the part. There was a lot of different guys part of the crew. And then they came and went, and then we met Anibal at a Comic Con. It was a Star Wars con, which we should never have been, but we met Anibal there, which was great.
So you met sorry, you met George at the life drawing class. Was it was George the model, or did he have his pencils out? Sorry. Sorry. I love you, George.
No, but we weren't interested in we weren't interested in the live model, so we just started talking about comics.
So I used to run a life drawing
We had meetings
class.
and we're like, no, we're
I
okay.
wasn't like the
We're
teacher.
good.
So I used to run the life drawing, and I wasn't like teaching it. Like I wasn't the teacher. I was just like organizing it for people to show up and draw models. I have to say I've got some stories on those. Probably have to put a different rating on the show to tell you what some of the things that happened. But yeah, I used to have the best time at those. But I stopped. I stopped doing them because work got in the way at
Yeah.
that time. My shift changed, and then also, unfortunately, when I got the eye disease, the glaucoma, it really messed my sight up, so I couldn't really see to look at a like a live model anymore, and then look at the paper and then look back. It was really difficult. So I ended up having to draw more from photographs and like just have like side by side because it was just messing with my vision too much. But I can still do drawing and things, so it just changed. Things just changed a bit.
Yeah. No, we weren't. It was a great. I mean, it was a great opportunity because we met, but uh, and first my first book was Cosmic Wars, and his was Foxtrot 377. Then we started doing Forbidden with Anibal, and Jonathan was working on Street Journal, and then Duty came along, and then Duty became my focus back then.
George said, "Don't you dare talk about my pencil, Sam." So no talking about George's number 2, okay? We won't talk about George's number 2. I swear you guys won't invite me back.
Yeah, I told you to put the pencil away, bro. Put it away. Put it away.
Oh, dear me. I do try and behave myself to the best of my ability. Like, I'm just have you know that this is like me trying my best. Yeah. Oh, dear me. Oh. You know what? This is the roughest painting that I've done in a while. Actually, painting live, I usually get a little bit kind of nervous and try and do everything really precise. But over the last few months, I've changed the way I approach the artworks. I start things like really, really rough.
You're with a bunch of derelicts, so it's all right. I actually like what you're doing. I think, I mean, your coloring technique is on a whole nother level.
Well, I've decided that when I'm doing the coloring now, I just like to throw the shapes in, and I stopped even considering doing line art because I realized that I would do like the pencil stuff. So I would go in there in the brush settings, and I would be looking for like which pencil am I going to use for this drawing, and like I have a 6B pencil option. I usually go for that, and you can have it real thin. Let's change that color. You can have it really thin, and you can have it like pretty thick, and it's still not like a real pencil, but it does the job. I don't know if it'll be as good as George's number 2, but it does the job. But I found that I was doing the pencil stuff, so I'd do my pencil sketches, and then I would go and maybe just switch to just like a regular round brush even, or like a a studio kind of brush and then neaten that up. And I'd be thinking, well, okay, I've done that. And then I'd go in and put the color in. And then I'd find myself just painting over the whole thing. So I just stopped. I was like, I'm doing too many steps. So I decided to cut that step out. So now I just paint a bunch of shapes on and then I just build it up and make it neat until I'm kind of done. If I look at it and think, yeah, that's it, it's done, that's it.
Yeah. That's the hard part, not knowing when to stop.
Well, I feel like I've got a little bit better with the knowing when to stop with what I'm doing because one of the most recent pieces that I did was space monkeys, and I knew that each section that I was doing, each character, I was just going to take it to a particular level, and everything had to be consistent. So that was it. Once I'd done one character, I'd move on to the next one, then move on to the next one, and then started putting all the lighting effects in, all that in between layering, and then all the fancy bits. And I just kept it all consistent. So I knew like this is the only thing I need to do. This is how far I'm taking it for every single piece, every character in the piece. So I got a little bit better at that, being able to just know where the stopping point was with that. But some of the other ones, it's been helpful just to kind of let things spill out of my brain in a faster way and just let it land whichever way it does, and it starts to create things. There's some pieces that I've done recently. There was one that I called The Traveler. It's like this little dude with a light, and he's come upon this kind of like scene of just like a ruined thing. Like it looks almost like part machine, part resident of some sort. Like maybe somebody's living in it, or it's just been completely abandoned. And that just fell out of my head just from shapes on a page. There was no plan to that. It just got created, and I've started doing a lot more things like that. And I like doing that. I really enjoy that result because it kind of surprises me because it's like, well, I don't know where it came from, but I like it.
Right. Yeah, it takes me a lot longer. Uh, it's like I'm constantly testing, trying, and then I'm using on my Wacom Cintiq when I do a swipe. My pressure and my line weight gets thinner as I move faster. Here it's staying the same thickness, and I'm trying to figure out how to adjust the settings so I get different line weights that I would get on my Cintiq.
But I like what you do with your line art part. I mean, you kind of have that just you've got that sorted out. You know what you're doing. You have your routine, and you know what your process is, and that works for you. I mean, I've seen how good you've gone with your process over the last couple of years that I've been aware of your work. So keep doing what you're doing because it's getting better. And I don't mean that by, oh, it's better and the other stuff wasn't. I mean, the other stuff was good, but you just keep getting better, and that's the way you should be. I would feel like I would feel like it was worthless if I didn't feel like I was getting better. So I like to look back on my work and see how much I've changed with what I've done and improved on it and found different ways to do it. But if you find a way that works for you and you can keep making that better, then definitely do it.
Thank you. Thank you. Um, that's my goal. It's
So
every
have
time
you
I pick up the
found
pen, I'm hoping
anything
to
that helps you
progress.
get over art block? So I don't know if you heard me, but have you found anything that helps you get over art block? I know that was a thing with you for a while. It was maybe about a year ago. You made a few
Yeah, jumping
comments that
around from subject
you
matter to
couldn't get
subject matter.
past that.
Um, it keeps me fresh. Like if I get stuck drawing duty, I'll try to draw something else outside of duty, like maybe some cosmic gorf, or when. Yeah, it. For example, I started drawing these things for Forbidden, and then I wanted to put a pause for a second because I was getting tired because it was taking so much time that I did a piece for George's character, um, and so what I try to do is just jump from subject to subject whenever I get stuck.
Do you ever just do something that's not actually doing the art? Like instead of doing digital art or just any kind of art, do you do something else to, like, I don't know, music? You used to do music back in the day. Do you ever just kind of switch over just to have something else to do that's creative, but to help you kind of like keep the creative juice moving, keep it flowing, but it's just not the one that's blocking you?
Yeah, I mean, I think the good thing about um, doing a lot of things, it's if I get stuck drawing, I'll write. If I get stuck writing, I'll work on the website. If I get stuck there, I also write poetry. You know, I always find something to keep me occupied or keep me busy. Um, How about you? What do you do? Can you hear me? I lost her. Oh, what happened? I'm talking to myself. All right. Tired. I lost her. Oh, she's back. Let's see. I guess working on her.
Okay, can you hear me? Am I back in the room? You're in the show, apparently. Okay, can you hear me? Am I back in the room?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, it looks like we got a visual as well.
There you go. Oh wow, it's pretty. That looks great.
Yeah, it's still looking really rough, but it's just kind of the way I'm working now. I just put the things in where I think they're going to go and then just start making it look a little bit neater as I go along. Oh, and the brush that I'm using on this, I don't know if you can see it. Let me make it really big. But this is how rough it is. You see how it's kind of like streaky?
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta.
See, I'll purposefully use a messy brush.
I'm definitely gonna do it because I see so many of you guys on it. I just haven't. It just takes a lot of energy to learn something else.
I think you should probably just, have a go at it, but like, don't take it too seriously. Stick with what you know for your serious stuff until you really get the hang of it. But like, time's of the essence, really. Like, especially with everything you've done lately, what you've had, like, you've got your job, you had a promotion, you were doing the duty comics, you're now doing this one, you moved house, you got a new dog. I mean, I probably missed some stuff out, but I think I did the highlights.
If you put it that way, no wonder I'm tired.
Right? And then, it's not like you're just doing local comic conventions. I mean, you had a full tour, it's like you were all over the place. I mean, at one point you even flew. You left this rock, you flew and went off to another con. And I don't think you were going to do that one again, but there's not many people do that. So you're all over the place. You're well spread out. You're trying everything. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't feel bad if you weren't trying Procreate. I mean, it's just like a tiny little thing. Ooh, Sam hasn't tried Procreate. Boo! Sam's too busy. I ain't got time for that. I really need to stop. Oh.
Yeah,
Uh,
I know. But I just love the
I swear.
quality of the line work that I see coming out of Procreate. The quality, the detail.
It's pretty good quality if you know how to set your canvas up at the beginning, and if you have a decent enough iPad to be able to get the amount of layers that you need. Like right now with this one, I don't think I get a lot of layers because I think I've got it at a really high resolution. But if I'm just doing stuff like this, I don't need a lot of layers because I'm just painting. With this, it looks like I've got a lot of layers here, but they're not even part of what I'm painting right now. Because if I take these off, if I take these colors off here, take this, I've got a locked in sketch somewhere on here, that one. This was just I don't even know if you can see it. There's like a circle on there. You can hardly see it. It's somewhere around there. Look, it's not even showing. But some of these things that I've turned off here, they're not even part of it. This was just sketches that I was doing earlier today to decide what. I don't even know if you can see that. To decide what I was going to do. So
Yeah.
these aren't even part of it. So I could just wipe these off if I wanted to. I really don't care if I lost my sketches. I'm not really that into the I don't really need them. I mean, they're all right. They were on different layers, and then I just put them all on one layer there.
Right.
But I wouldn't, like, if I needed more space, if I needed more layers, I would just trash that. I don't care. It's like that was just warm-ups and deciding what kind of pose would be nice, and that was where that came from. But if you wanted to, you can have like 100 plus layers with Procreate. It just depends on what your system can handle. I don't even think some of them no, some of them are just hidden, don't even have anything on. Let me see if I've got. Hold on, where? Here's the Aussie piece that I did.
Interesting.
I don't even know if you can see that. Hold on, let me back this up a little bit so it's. Give me more space so I can actually show you the layer option on here. I think this one had a lot going on, but I definitely needed layers on this because I was thinking about animating this piece because
yeah, that's awesome.
it's got the train behind, and if I take Ozzy away, there's the train behind. So I painted the train because I was thinking, like, normally I don't bother doing stuff behind because I think, well, nobody's gonna see that. But with this one, I was thinking about animating him coming out of like the mist or something, and then the train coming forward. So I thought, oh, I better actually do the train. So you can actually see the train before Ozzy appears. But I haven't actually got to do that yet. But there's a lot of layers on this one, as you can see. And then down here, I have like copies of the layers from further up, just in case I mess them up. And then I keep them down here, just in case I need to go back and grab that. But there's so many. I mean, the train tracks themselves, there's like,
Wow.
how many is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 layers just for the train tracks. They don't need to be separate. I just couldn't be bothered to collapse them. They're just sitting there. But then, as I was looking through this, I mean, I was like, I did get somebody accuse me of this piece being an. Somebody said it was AI, and I was like, okay. I was like, why would I even do that? Do it like this. I was like, okay. And that's what they wanted to say. I mean, I've got all these things separated out. It's ridiculous. Like the bat. Yeah, like there's the bat on its layer. I even have my signature on a separate layer. And this, and what I've been doing as well is I've been hiding my signature in my work, so that when I don't know, maybe that might have been it because you can't see the signature immediately on this. Oh, let's get Ozzy back. There we go. So my signature. Let me see. Where does this go? Which way? I don't know if you can see on the train track there. But it's right there. Sorry, I'm waiting on the visual because I think the audio is a little bit delayed on what I'm pointing out here.
Yeah, it's nice.
So I've started hiding the my signature in the art pieces, so it's not that obvious. So if anyone did want to take my artwork and just take the signature off, you have to look for it and you have to mess the artwork up in order to do that. So I paint the signature in with the artwork. So I don't know any AI stuff that actually does that because I don't do AI unless there's something I'm not aware of. But I don't actually know if that's a thing where you can actually get some kind of like AI program to say, oh yeah, and then paint my signature in there.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that's the nature of the beast today. You know, it's you've worked. I've watched you, you know, on live streams, and your work is just beautiful. It's just fantastic. You know, I think people, if they just watched you, they would see. Um,
One thing that I find interesting though with people's attitude towards it is they want to say, oh, you know, they just want to claim, oh, it's AI, and you know, regardless of what makes them think that, they want to say, oh, that's AI, whether they find it unbelievable or whether it looks like something they've seen before. And I'm like thinking, well, you know, you can have your opinion if you want to say that, but there isn't really anything like backing up your claim. They just want to say it because maybe they're confused as to how somebody made that. But my thought on it is like, I sit there thinking, well, if it was AI, I don't know, why would I sit and do this? Why why would this be a thing? Why would I spend my days doing this when I could just say, okay, I'm just going to do AI prompts? I couldn't say I'm going to do
yeah.
AI art because I don't feel like it is. I'm going to say I could do AI prompts, and then I could have something produced in, I don't know what, minutes? Is it seconds? I don't
Right.
know. But if you did that and you have something produced, what is the point in sitting doing this? Because what I do would be completely different. So what would be the point? And why would I waste my time if I was into doing if I was going to do AI? Why would I sit for hours and hours doing this? It's like, why? And I actually enjoy doing this. I actually enjoy the fact that it can
When you
take
look,
me hours to do something, days even, weeks. I'm going to stop
you
with the
know,
calendar claim
if
right
you look
now.
at Alex Ross back in the days, you would have thought that Alex Ross, right? Yeah. You know, Alex Ross back in the days, if you didn't know that he was doing it, if he did it today and you didn't see him draw live, you would say, "Oh, he's using AI." Um, you know, I think it's unfortunately you know, you have to go on live more to eliminate nonsense.
I feel like it is a good thing to do the lives. And I'm sorry if we're kind of crossing over on this conversation because there is a delay. I don't, if anyone missed out, I'm not talking over Sam or being weird. It's, we've got a delay. But I feel sorry for people who maybe aren't the type of person who can go on a live. Not everybody can just say, "Oh yeah, I'm just going to show the world all my stages of my artwork when it goes from ugly to like maybe even me not even finishing it." You know, not everybody's okay with that, and I feel sorry for people who can't actually come on and do that, and they might not even have the way to do it. I mean, we started this live out at the point where I didn't even know if I was going to be able to do the art live because we're having technical difficulties, and we've resorted to doing this way now with the camera on the iPad. But not everyone's got the option to even do that and show people that they are actually doing the work.
Yeah. Yeah. But I do appreciate.
So here's another thing as well.
Coming on and drawing with me tonight. It's been a while of doing this. You know, it's been a stressful week with work and everything else, and I knew I was going to go on, and I knew I didn't want to talk to myself, and you're the first person I thought of.
Oh well, that's good. I'm glad that I was actually thought of. The one thing that does concern me, though I don't know how it's proven, is us as artists, we can come on here and just draw live and show people like, yeah, we're doing this right now. Yeah, it might look a bit messy. Come back and maybe finish it off at another time, and they get to see the process going from what is that to, oh wow, that's really cool. Hopefully, so that's great for us as artists. But what about people who are writers? Like George, if someone was to turn around and say, George, I don't believe that you did the shameless plug. See, were you doing a shameless plug for the shameless plug? Yep, I did that. So anyway, George, say he gets accused, I don't believe you did that. How does George turn around and say, well, let me show you? How do writers do that?
That's a good question. That's a really good question. I have a ton of handwritten notes of my process. I have receipts. I need a drink. Hold on.
So George keep having to pull things out on pieces of paper and show people. But it's an issue though, really, for a lot of creatives. It doesn't matter what it is. I think that as artists, we were probably the first to be targeted. Like, I don't believe you did that, because it's like, it's in your face. And I do know that there's been some writers that have been caught out because they've left in like, I think there's some kind of like prompts or something that they're like, what is it? Like is it ChatGPT will put things in, and then they don't edit that out, and then that's usually the giveaway for them. But other than that, if somebody does take them out, how do you know? You just have to assume that they did that work.
Nice. Nice. Good thing Forbidden was written 25 years ago.
Right. We could track Forbidden back to the typewriter it wasn't done on. It was like that's some kind of one of the keys. Oh, you can tell it was done on this typewriter because the letter O was always sticking. You go back to the time and say, "Oh, here's the here's the floppy disk, the floppy."
Yeah.
So going back to like earlier on, George did mention
Yeah, thank
talk
you. I
about
love
the
what you do.
crazies. That was your
Follow
musician
along
thing,
and
right?
just keep doing what you do. No, the crazies. The Crazy Skills production was when I was in music, but the crazies. George and I worked on that together. It's basically our story as podcasters and indie comic creators, and the crazies basically follows our timeline. You know, we were when we first did Cast the Craze back in '05. It was hot, and everybody wanted to come on the show, and we had thousands of streams. We just didn't understand how to monetize at the time. And so then I left the comic game for 10 years, and George kept doing the comic game, and then we come together, and we said, let's do this again, and we have this rival podcasters called We Are the Craze, who are taunting us, and so my character goes into the woods and shouts out to the universe, help us be the best podcast ever. And the universe answers in the form of a supernatural hippie with a afro and bell bottoms, and he comes to Earth with the crazies, a bunch of minions, and they hit people over the heads with the microphones, and people walk around like zombies addicted to Catch the Craze podcast, and we become the #1 podcast. But thousands of people were walking out like zombies, and now we're under investigation, and we have to catch the crazies and send them back to where they came from.
So is that something that you would pick up again? Do you think it would, even though you wrote it way back, when you guys were all babies? You're still all babies, but you know what I mean. Do you think that's something that you could go back to and maybe bring it back into the present day? Because there's been a lot of changes in social media. There's been a lot of additions since you guys started doing that. There's way more competition. There's just way more stuff going on. There's a lot. Do you think you could bring it back into the, like, I suppose it would be the more modern day? Is there a possibility of that?
Well, we wrote the Crazies back in 2019, 2020, I think. That's maybe 2020. When we came back to podcasting together, is when we wrote that together. And we haven't finished it. We launched 3 Kickstarters for issues 1, 2, and 3. We haven't gotten to issue 4 yet. Actually, we wrote the script for issue 4. We haven't illustrated it. But yeah, it's one of those things that I always think about bringing back. It's just, you know, time is not our friend. There's so much going on.
So you've really, it's not as like it's probably not as like back in the day that I thought. It's something you've done recently about your story. So you wrote it in kind of a more recent time about what happened when you first met. Would that be right?
Yeah, I thought it was a great idea. With Cast the Craze podcast, we decided to come back. Um, when I reached out to George, it's like, look, I want to do it again. Are you down? And he was like, yeah. And then I wanted to tie something into the podcast and have the podcast to have its own comic book, and that's where Cast the Crazies came from. And then we launched it on Kickstarter successfully, issues 1, 2, and 3, and we're just waiting for the right moment, the right time to do issue 4.
Well, if you need some help with some artwork on that, I'm just going to let you know I've drawn some great afros back in the day. So there was a character I did called Foxy Loca. She had a great afro. So, let me know.
Oh, absolutely, definitely, definitely.
So what's the plan for College Station? You got a new setup, or are we going to get to see the setup that you did
And that
today?
that piece is
Because I think you
fantastic, Lou. I'm
recreated
not
your
even in the
setup.
coloring stage yet. That's I'm just admiring your work. It's beautiful.
Oh, this is so rough though. It's so rough.
Yeah, I got a new setup. I didn't realize how many stickers I have. I have about 130 stickers. I realized that I'm a little over the top with the stickers, and I have about 80 prints with me at the convention. So my booth is dominated by the prints and the stickers. I have a new setup for the comic books, um, and I do have my sketchbook with me. Uh, and so I'll be doing commissions there. Everything's really focused on duty there. I'm not promoting Forbidden until the graphic novel is complete and it's out. Um, but yeah, it's the booth is lively. It is so much so that I had vendors coming up to me, um, interested in all the stuff that I had showcasing.
So have you got any more additions as in like your setup? I know you had some in some of the cons that you've done, there's been issues with table size. Has College Station been good to you this time? Actually I think they were good to you last time, but are they good with table size? Like how much space you get, what you can actually access? Like,
I'm gonna post pictures tonight.
are there volunteers on the
Later
floor?
after
Do
this.
you get help? Can you take a bathroom break?
All good questions. College Station has always been great to me. In fact, every year they seem to give me better space than the previous year. Um, and I really enjoy the show. My booth is, I have so much room, even in behind me. I have at least 3 feet of space, 4 feet of space behind me, plenty of room to walk around. I have all of my wagons and all of my propping and cases in the booth, which normally I usually put it in the car. Um, I'm excited for this weekend. I hope they all come out like they did the past 2 years.
Oh, I just noticed Annabelle's got a question. Do I also do comics or have I done them before? I haven't really done like sequential stuff. The only time I did that was when I did that fan piece of the Halloween Duty. The what I do tend to do for comics is the cover artwork. I'm probably more of an illustrator first than anything else. I did do storyboarding back in the day. I do I do have like a knowledge of what should be happening, and I definitely would like to give it a go. I've had somebody reach out to me and ask me if I would actually work on something with them, which I don't see why I shouldn't have a go. Um, but yeah, it's mostly covers or like splash pieces, like for interiors that I've done. Mostly when I did the Comic Cons, I was usually selling prints, and then I stopped doing that because you could guarantee I would print something out of my portfolio that was not selling as well as the one that people thought I should have printed. So it was an expensive thing at the time to do that, but yeah, definitely consider doing the interiors. I might even be able to find that. Let me see if I still have the duty piece on here somewhere. Yeah. Actually, let's see.
What's this? Oh yeah, that one's. I love that one. That was beautiful.
And then my other favorites, I suppose I can just show the duty pieces off. This one's probably always going to be a favorite.
Yeah. When I do that Christmas book again for duty, I'd love to do that as a variant cover.
It's definitely one of my favorites for him. Let me see what else. This one, another favorite.
Oh yeah, that's fuego, fire.
It's crazy when I look actually how many duty artworks I've got here. I didn't realize I had as many.
Oh yeah, that's one of my favorites as well. Man, your stuff is incredible.
It's crazy when I look actually how many duty artworks I've got.
I know, it's awesome. Freaking awesome. I'm blushing.
Oh, and then this was the one I did this one for Dan for his Bigfoot.
I gotta figure this out. I gotta fix this pen tip, man.
Oh, and then this was the one I did this one for Dan.
Oh, Bigfoot and karate, yeah.
And then this one was for Pat of the Pale Rider for Laurie, just because.
Wow. I mean, your airbrushing, your coloring is just superb.
And then this one was for Pat of the Pale Rider for Laurie. Oh, the Space Monkey is the last one.
That's sweet. Which was that?
That was Space Monkeys for an alternate cover.
Jesus.
So with just going back to the cons that you do, and how long's College Station for? Is that the whole weekend? Is it Saturday, Sunday only, or have they got something different going on with that?
So, Anibal,
Just going back to the cons that you do, and how long's College Station for? Is that the whole weekend? Is it Saturday, Sunday only, or have they got something different going on with that?
it's the Saturday and Sunday. Um, I drive back Sunday night, so I'll probably get home around 11 o'clock, midnight or midnight. Um, And Anibal's asking a question. He says, Lou, are you working from photo references or from your head?
For the colors, this is just from my head, but the pose, oh, you probably missed the very beginning because I decided that I was going to do the character in the pose of a piece that Julie Bell had done, because I really just like the cover of this book and I love Julie Bell's work. But I did it from this book. Yeah, there wasn't really a lot of time to put together a pose today when I decided I was going to be coming on to do this. So I was like, I'm going to kind of pay tribute to a Judy Bell pose because she's done some great stuff. And she's actually posing in that one, so that works for me.
Nice.
But normally, I do have a program. Let me see if I can pull it up. This one. It's called Magic Poser. And you can just make the pose that you want. Like I still got this old one. This pose is what I used to do Maleficent. So I create the pose, and then I use that pose, and you can turn them. So you can find your model, which male or female, and then you can decide what you want to draw from. Which angle, and you can do lighting on it as well, which is really cool. So from that one I did let me find, where is Maleficent? Maleficent, where are you? Here. This one here is a photo reference that I just put in to the side of what I was drawing, but I actually have a different head reference for this one. But if I do use a photograph, it's usually like this. So this one of Castiel from Supernatural. I just do a side by side.
Yeah, love Supernatural. Yeah, my wife is a super fan of Supernatural. She's watched every season 4 times over.
Yeah, you mentioned she was like that into it that she was on watch number 4. I feel like I could watch it again. Like I did the whole seasons just recently. The whole, was it like 15? I think. Might be wrong, but I feel like it's 15. But I could definitely watch it again if so I'm not really going to complain. I mean, if someone wanted to watch it again, I'd be like, oh, okay, you've twisted my arm. Guess I'll have to watch all those handsome guys again. All right, I'm must. Yeah, I wouldn't really need to be persuaded too difficult. I'll be up for it. But it is fun. It's jokes aside, it's a fun show. So we've had questions from the chat. So I'm one to ask the chat, what are they working on right now? Like especially the creatives that are actually doing stuff here. What are you working on right now? What's the main project you have? Or if you haven't got one, what's the next plan, or what do you want to do?
Nice.
Okay, so George, what are you planning on for the campaign? Have you got any like freebie stuff? Is there anything people need to know about? Like, do we need to be lining up to get first dibs on stuff? I mean, tell us. We need to know. We need to know. I think I've had too much caffeine. Too much caffeine. Oh. Okay, so you got a couple of free prints that you'll be giving away for anyone who pledges when we go live. Okay, so when you go live on the show on October 7th.
When you look back.
Raffling off t-shirts as well. All right. So I'll tell you what I want though. I mean, they're all good prizes. I'm into them, but I want one of those paper receipts to say I wrote this. I want on you with your 2B. Your number 2. That's what I want. I want you to. I want that piece of paper that says I wrote the shameless plug with my number 2 pencil. Oh, I have the caffeine. I have the caffeine. Oh, I'll tell you guys, there's still time to cancel me for the 600th episode. There's still time, I won't be offended. Oh my god. Oh, Jesus. No, it's going to be a good show for the 600th.
You're so funny.
Maybe I'll have one less cup of coffee on that day. I swear I have, like, this is me. I don't know. I'm not exactly teetotal, but I am. I am right now. I don't need any help. Oh dear me. Okay. Oh.
So, Lou, I was
All right, some of those lines are looking good.
getting ready to wrap up. I don't know if you want to join me again, so I can come back and finish this piece, either tomorrow night or Monday night. Let me know what, if you can. Let me know what works for you. But I'm going to wrap it up and call it a night.
Yeah, we can come back to this. That's absolutely fine. Just let me know when, because my schedule's pretty much open. As you can tell. I don't know, maybe I should get out more. But yeah, my schedule's pretty much open. So if you want to come back and finish these off, just let me know when, and we can carry on. I don't know if George will be brave enough to come back or Animal, but
Perfect. So I'll yeah. So let's shoot for Monday. Yeah, let's shoot for Mondays. Yeah, so Monday sounds good. Thank you, George and Anibal, for joining us tonight. Again, this is another segment of Forbidden. If you haven't done so already, please sign up for the launch of Forbidden on Kickstarter. Let's see if I can get the Control C. Yeah, thank you, Lou. Thank you, George. Thank you, Anibal. We'll talk to you guys soon.